Hi beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back. I'm purple today. Isn't that interesting? I don't think I like it. I instantly regretted it because it makes my black hair look dull. Yeah, well, I screwed this intro up already, but hello. Today we're going to be talking about small business stuff. So I want to show you some of my new products for my small business. It's nice to put things on the website and hope they do well, but it's even better to show you some new things that I've come out with. Also, I want to share with you essentials for a small business in case you're thinking about starting one, you're already started, or maybe you're just interested in what I think things are essential for having a small business. I'm not including like materials and stuff I use to make my products because I feel like I want to have all these things apply to any business, no matter what you're making. So these are just essential things. And also I want to share with you a couple of tips and tricks that I've learned throughout my time having a small business. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so my small business is theopencrypt.com. I will leave it linked down below and it's on the screen for you too. I have to do the self-promotion, you know I need it. I'm like, my goal this year, because I don't think I'm gonna be a YouTuber for much longer because the views aren't there, my goal this year is to have my business stand on its own without like, you know, it being attached to me. I want it to be like its own thing, not just because my face is near it, you know? So I'm hoping to make this small business really work this year. So let's talk about some of my new products. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna show you, because it's the biggest thing, it's easy to show you first, is a product that I've had before, but I have discontinued it for a while and it's coming back in an even better format. So we have the Scare Bears totes. Scare Bears, like Care Bears, but horror themed inspired totes. And now they are double-sided. So I used to have a tote. It was more of a plasticky material because it was easier to produce and I could charge less for them because they were cheaper to make. But I really loved the quality of the image. So I wanted to up the quality of the bag as well. So now they're on a canvas. It's like a nice canvas-like material. And instead of just being on the front, it is on both sides now. So I just wanted to up the bag factor. These bags are like the perfect, like think about carrying all your books and stuff or to the farmer's market to grab a few little things here and there. That's the perfect bag for it. And the canvas material is really easy. And because it is sublimated on here, the design is dyed directly into the fabric. No matter how much you bend it or whatever, it's not coming off. So yeah, that's the first thing. Now theopencrypt.com focuses a lot on accessories. I enjoy making accessories. I like having special accessories on, so we have a lot of accessories. The first thing that's like a new item altogether, like we don't have anything else like this on the shop, are these new metal cuff bracelets. So I put the design on by hand and then I have a little I think it's like a little jig you can like bend it to. I don't know why I said I think it's called a jig. I don't know. It's like some kind of tool where you help bend the metal along. So here are the nice things. I have this reminded me of when Hot Topic does cutesy things with the skulls on it. I thought that was fun. And then I had a more elegant design on this one with flowers and birds and butterflies. So these are the metal cuffs. I do have some extras of these too that I can restock if they sell well, you know. Next up, as far as accessories, let's talk about keychains. I have 3 new ones. This one is like the least new, but it's these little kawaii foxes. Aren't they just so cute? And it's on both sides. It's just the cutest keychain. The next keychain is this colorful neon bat design. We have some pumpkins and some other bats and mushrooms that have this kind of color scheme, but I liked the bats and how it's kind of a color gradient. And then I thought the hexagon shape was something I don't have a lot of on my website already, so that would be fun to add. And then my favorite one, I haven't sold any of these yet, but I love them, so I don't even care. The support your local cemetery keychain. Because look, we're all gonna pass away. That just is what it is, right? I just thought it was so funny to support your local cemetery. So yeah, I've seen things that say support your local funeral home or things like that. So yeah, I thought this was super cute. I put a graveyard in the background in kind of a monochromatic fashion. And then I chose a really pretty font with little bloop stars inside the circles for this design, just to make it a little more fun. But I love this keychain personally. So a couple things that aren't accessories before we get into the earrings. I have car coasters and all kinds of designs. These happen to be possums because I love possums and I love feeding my possum friends. These are they rubberize on the bottom so they have a grip, but they're absorbent so that like you don't get nasty, crusty stuff in your cars, like cup holders. And this little thumb makes it easy, this little thumb piece makes it easy to pull out of your coaster too, so it's not stuck. So those are some of my favorite things to make. I love making those. I have tons of designs in those. And then as far as magnets, we have some little kitties. These come in 2 different designs, a winking one and more of just a regular happy one. We have this sad little emo clown girl. I thought she was cute. It reminded me of like when Melanie Martinez had that whole thing going on. She wasn't really my type of music thing, but I always saw the aesthetic and I thought it was pretty. And then we have, I had this in my work, like my mind workshop for a long time, and it's a dishwasher magnet. So if your dishes are dirty or clean, you can turn it to either one. I've mentioned this in a couple of videos before, but Dolly Parton and Elvira are basically 2 halves of like a yin and a yang. So for your clean dishes, you can leave it on, oh, Dolly, or if your dishes are dirty, you can put it in Elvira. I love this thing. It's like, I'm really proud of it. It also comes in pink as well. Okay, last thing before we get into the earrings, mouse pads. We have a couple of different designs. This one is like a torn wallpaper look to it, really pretty. And again, a rubberized bottom for no slip. And it's a thinner thickness so that your wrist isn't too high up on your desk. So yeah, pretty mouse pad. I messed up a lot of those making those, but the ones that did came out good, I love. Okay, I feel like I've done a lot of spieling about products, but my most favoriteest thing ever to make is jewelry. So let's talk about earrings. I'm gonna run through these pretty quickly, but we have some planchette cats. These, I'm leaving this in the plastic wrap because I'm in a room where my cats come in and I want to keep these sterile and clean, obviously. So they're in the plastic wrap for that reason. But planchette kitty cats, and I'm a Gemini too, so these like flipped designs is something I've always seen a lot. We have more bat earrings. I named these after the like technical name for bats, and they have a beautiful dangle. These are actually the most expensive jewelry item on my website at $12.99. Everything else starts at $3.99 for accessories, and $2.99 for like other things. Some things are like 59 cents on my website, but at $12.99 these are most expensive, and these are most expensive for me to make as well. Here's a picture of what they look like displayed properly, because in the packaging it doesn't show them right, but I love them. Like I haven't even set aside a pair for myself because like I want to sell them all. Like just spread the love of the spooky prettiness. Next up for spooky prettiness, we have some new bat wing earrings. These are so pretty. You can wear them pointing inwards if you want, but I thought like this, they look more like flying out like a bat. Very pretty. The ones that I'm wearing today are the purgatory earrings, which in the packaging, they kind of want to move around. But they have a bunch of little skulls and faces holding little daggers. There's a little black gem here. Here's what they look like out of the packaging with the shiny plastic over it. These are so cool and unique. Like it's something someone's gonna see on your earrings and want to take a second look at, and I always feel like that's a good conversation starter. Next up, we have the little story time once upon a time books. These are just so cute. Like I made these at a very affordable price too because they're small, but like I love the little book design. Next up, we have keys, like little skeleton keys, but a little bit fancier. These come in both gold and in silver. I picked the gold for this because I've been showing you a lot of silver jewelry, but some of these do come in different colors. And then lastly, because I thought it was the funniest, I'm gonna save it for last, we have the Don't Be a Dick earrings with the prettiest, like happiest cutesy thing, but it says don't be a dick. Because it's just don't be a dick, you know? I like these because I have the Leave Me Alone, which is a really pretty Y2K design that I made. Just like the pink and everything, it says Leave Me Alone. So I thought these would go along with the other heart-shaped sassy pairing in my collection. So that's my whole spiel on my new products. If you want to check out the Open Crypt, I have like 80 something accessories, tons of house products, wax melts, just fun stuff. Like there's all kinds of stuff on my website. I'd appreciate you checking it out. Like it'd mean the world to me. And now let's get into the business essentials. Okay, so like I said, these small business essentials are going to be for like any product. Doesn't matter what you're making, what you're selling, you know, all that. I think these things apply to everyone. So, and if they don't, you know, I tried. So let's talk about shipping supplies. Poly mailers are my life, okay? I see videos like this about business essentials talking about you can order 1,000 custom-made boxes at only 20 cents a piece. Custom boxes and packaging is really nice, but when you're a small business, that much upfront cash for custom packaging is a lot. And I don't think, like, a lot of people just throw away the boxes and throw away the packaging. So I don't think it's necessarily worth the investment for custom things. I've thought about it. I've really looked into custom bags and custom boxes, but the expense would make me have to drive my prices up, and I want to keep my prices low as possible to be competitive in the market of what I'm selling. So poly mailers are a great thing. I have a ton of them, so I carry them in 3 different sizes: the small, a regular, standard, medium, and then an extra large. I don't do a regular large, it's just medium up to extra large. I will leave all of my essentials linked down below. A lot of them are from Amazon because shipping supplies through Amazon is easy to get. So yeah, I have black and white on my small ones. So if you order a lot of spooky things from my website, I will put them in black, or standardly I just put them in the black bags. But if you order a bunch of cutesy themed things, I will put them in the white packaging. It's just something I do for me, I guess. And yeah, so poly mailers are great. I would stock them in all different kinds of sizes, just depending on what you're selling. But these are great. And also, like, boxes, they're harder to drop off at the post office when they're closed. Like, a lot of the times I'm working all day until like 7 p.m. on YouTube, small business stuff, side stuff, and the post office is closed by the time I get there. And you can't drop off boxes in the postal slot after hours. You can only do small things. So those are way easier to do for shipping. I know the custom boxes are alluring and it sounds fancy to have your own custom boxes, and it is. But think about the upfront cost, and also think about, like, actually shipping them out, you know? Next up, I want to suggest to you, also, like, tissue paper, of course, but bubble pouches. Bubble pouches are a lifesaver. You can buy bubble wrap by the roll. It's often very expensive, but you can get bubble pouches for way cheaper. Now, it's slick on the inside, bubble wrap's on the outside to, you know, if you get impacted by anything, it'll protect it from the outside. These are nice. You can just slide your product. They come in different sizes. I carry them in 3 sizes as well. I have 3 different sizes of poly mailers and 3 different sizes of bubble wrap, and some on a roll just in case it's a bigger product. So yeah, you can just slide your product in here. If it's smaller, you can fold it over for extra protection, and your product is safe, and it's better than a roll of bubble wrap, tearing it up, and then taping your thing closed. This is easy. It's really easy. Next up, I'm calling this thing freebies. Now, obviously, when they purchase something from you, anybody who purchases something from you, you don't have to give them anything free. Like, they're getting the product they paid for, right? But for me, I feel like I like putting in the freebies. So if I mess up an item, what's called an oops item, sometimes I'll just give it away for free because I'd rather do that than throw it away. Or every order I give out, every order I send out, I don't care if it's Etsy or my main websites, I at least put something free in there. So I stock stickers, you know. This is just an example of a freebie sticker. I have tons of freebie stickers. If they order a bunch of cat themed things, I'm more likely to put a cat sticker in there. If they order a bunch of my regular stuff, it's more witchy, cutesy, and sometimes a little bit dark, just depending, you know. I just order a pack of 100 stickers, and I add 1 or 2, sometimes 3, depending on the order, into their items. And sometimes when there's like a holiday coming up, like Valentine's Day is coming up, I'll go to Dollar Tree and buy like a 12 pack of pencils that are holiday themed. And it's just something to add in for free. It's not just something you have to do, but I just want them to know that I actually appreciate the order, so I always add in a freebie, or just write a thank you note. That goes a long way. Every order, well, I might stop doing it just because I have hand problems, but I usually write like, thank you so-and-so for your order on their like packing slip. So it shows you what you bought, and then I write a special thank you for you. That's easier and cheaper than going out and getting custom made business cards to put in every single thing, you know? Now, I did just say it's cheaper and easier just to write a handwritten note in your order, but there are some times where I just want to be slightly more professional, so I have had cards made. Now, I have cards for my Etsy, which is an itty fraction of what's on my regular website, so I didn't invest much in these. I got 100 of them for $12, I think. I ordered them through gotprint.com. So I just have, thank you for shopping from the Open Crypt cards, and then it tells you to leave me a positive review. So I put these in the Etsy ones, the Etsy orders. I want to expand the Etsy this year. I'm not very good at it. And then for my regular website, I recently had some of these thank you cards done that say, thank you for shopping the Open Crypt. We appreciate it. And here is the code LOYAL for some money off of your purchase. And you can use that code if you're watching this video and you want to shop my website. You can use the code. It's fine. And then it links to my Instagram as well as an Etsy for another option, but these go into my website card orders. I don't always put them in, but sometimes I do. And then I got these printed from Walgreens for stupid cheap. Like these are 4x6, and I think 100 I paid $11.60, or I think I paid like, let's round up to $12 for 100 of them. Regular price, I think it was $36, but I have the honey extension on my computer, and I put it in. It gave me a coupon code for $12, and anytime I try to do that, it always works. There's always a coupon code for Walgreens photo pickup. So an hour later, after I placed this order, I went to Walgreens, grabbed these, and I mean, I think overall I got 100 for $12. How much is that I paid per card? I think it's worth it, just add some extra special detailing in it, but again, not necessary. Since we're still talking about packaging, let's talk about thank you stickers. I carry a bunch of thank you stickers. I carry kitty ones, I carry regular ones, I carry thank you for supporting my small business ones, I have Halloween ones, a lot of Halloween ones, and then I have regular thank yous. So thank you stickers are a good one. These are kitty ones. You can put it on the inside of your packaging, like if say you have something wrapped up in a bubble mailer, you could fold it closed to put a thank you sticker on it, or just on your packaging, like let's say you put your shipping label in the center, you can put a little thank you sticker down there, or a fragile sticker. So thank you stickers and fragile stickers are definitely something to look into. I would say especially a thank you sticker if you're not going to write a handwritten note, or you're not going to invest in the cards. Again, all optional things, but the thank you stickers I think do the job of all those things all together. Next up, you should get yourself a shipping scale. I paid not much for mine. This is my second one. The first one I actually found at Ollie's for like $7 a long time ago, and then I upgraded to the one from Amazon. Just to let you know what your things weigh. You can plug it into whether it's your own website like I have, or whether it's your Etsy. You know how much your product weighs, so you know how much it costs to ship it. Really cheap, really easy, and easy to use as well. Okay, this thing is my lifesaver. It was this is the best investment. Okay, so I spent like $130 on it, right? Which is a lot of money, especially if you don't know if your business is gonna work, right? So that's not what I did at first. I used to just print out paper labels with my regular printer and tape them to the poly mailer or box, whatever. A thermal label printer is so nice. Now, I did burn out my first one. I bought a little bit of a cheaper one on Amazon, and it did die on me after a few months. But I did get I think it was like $10 more than the original one. I got a $10 more thermal printer, and you don't need ink. There's no ink involved. It heats up the paper and it burns the shipping label or whatever you're printing on it. It's supreme. So you put label paper in there. You have to buy that separately. Usually it comes with a couple sheets when you buy it, but just get some more label paper, the 4x6 by standard. And you need no ink, and it just heats it up, and it works perfectly every single time, and it's lovely. And then also this saves you from having, like I see a lot of these videos and they're including like label paper and a Cricut and a label maker gun. If you get a thermal printer, you don't need any of that. You can print out your own labels for your products and then just cut the labels and put it on stuff. Like, you don't need to invest in all those extra things. So a thermal printer, where it is going to cost you like $100, sometimes you can find coupons on them, is the best investment. Like, even when my original one died, I was like, ooh, $100 down the drain. I was like, well, you know what? It saved me hours of work cutting out labels and everything. So it's a great investment, I'm telling you. Okay, now moving on to the portion of the video where I tell you a couple tips and tricks. Let's do that now. I think all that stuff usually for the essentials seem to be shipping supplies, but shipping it out is the most important thing, you know? So this is my first #1 tip. Ship quick. Ship quick. Ship your stuff out quickly. I mean, sometimes when you have a couple orders in, it's like, oh, there's a lot to do to pack these and ship them out, especially when you're adding in freebies and cards and special packaging and everything. But get them out quickly. Nobody wants to wait for their product forever. So I typically try to pack my orders within 24 hours of receiving them. Maybe once in a while it takes a little bit longer, but typically within 24 hours I have my labels printed. The tracking number when I print my shipping label automatically sends out to the customer if they left an email address on their order. So they'll have the tracking info instantly, and then they can track it from there, and within the next day typically I'll send it out. So yeah, ship things quickly so that they know you actually care about their orders. Okay, so this next thing, I am guilty of undervaluing myself, but you know, I would try to make the things like this most affordable I can. So this next thing is to price things fair. Now, like I said, don't undervalue yourself. If you're making something intricate or personalized, or like let's say you're crocheting something, you're making stained glass art, whatever you're doing, whatever you're selling, don't undervalue your time and your energy and your creativity. Don't do that, because I often do that. But price things fair to like you're happy with what you're making, but you're not price gouging someone, because there's so many people selling things on the market that pricing things fair is more likely to get you that sale and start your business and get it going. So that notification was a notification that someone had favored my item. I keep notifications on my phone as well. That's like just something I'm obsessed with. I don't know why. Okay, so next thing, after like price things fairly just because it's very competitive, but don't undervalue yourself. The next thing I have written down is to use a clean background when taking your pictures. Now, a lot of my pictures, for my, like, let's say accessories, I use it on a black background, or I use a plant in the background because everybody really likes the way nature looks on photos. So I just kind of use like a blurred plant leaf kind of deal in the background, take it in front of a plant, and the plant looks distorted in the background just because it's a little farther away. So I like to keep things fresh and clean looking. People love plants. It reminds them of cleanliness, or these are just a flat black or white or pink, whatever color background. Or a lot of the times, this is another suggestion I would say to you, is invest in mock-ups if you're making something like standard. Like let's say the mouse pads, right? Mouse pads are a standard size. So I can purchase a mock-up and put my design on the front of it and show you what it looks like in a space before I even have the product done. Now, I won't sell it until actually I have the product completed, but it gives it that clean look of having a mock-up. Like here's some examples of mock-ups where you could just put anything on them. Typically, I buy these from Amazon, from Etsy sellers. I buy a lot of mock-ups through there, or I have a couple things where I have the license for a mock-up, so I can use it for my business. So yeah, mock-ups they make everything look clean and crispy if you don't have a picture of your item yet. So my last little tip and trick for you applies whether you're using your own website, a third-party seller, anything. Never delete a listing. Now, if you sell out of an item and you're not going to restock it, turn it to a draft, turn the listing inactive, but never fully delete it. And I tell you why. Because one, it helps you if, let's say, you lose the book of notes you have for like how much everything costs or how much you were selling things for, what your profit margin is. Everybody usually has like a notebook for help like that. The listing on the internet, turned into your private settings, you'll always have that information. And then also if you ever decide you want to restock it, it's already there. You don't have to redo your tags, redo your description, redo your shipping information, your weight, all that, your color choices. It's already ready to go. It's not visible to the public because it's in a draft or an inactive setting, but you have it just in case you ever need to look at it again. Or if you want to, you're trying to price a new item, you're trying to compare what your old things have sold for, you can look through a big book of notes, or just use comparisons of your inactive listings. All right, guys, so those are my tips and tricks and essential supplies and my new releases for my own small business. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope this helped you in some way, honestly, because I want every small business to succeed. I don't know, I just feel like it's so rewarding of a thing. Like every time I get a notification on my phone that I have a sale or someone had liked my listing, like it just, like some of us is just what we really want to do. And if you're one of those people, I really hope it succeeds for you too. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day and be safe out there.